Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about differential diagnosis for hemangioma. It's a benign and most common vascular tumor characterized by normal or abnormal blood vessels filled with blood. The common differentials include pyogenic granuloma, infantile hemangiopericytoma, glomangiomatosis, Salmon patch, venous malformation, lymphatic malformation. Congenital hemangioma, Kaposiform hemangioendothelioma, tufted angioma, vascular malformations, and nevus flemmis. You need to know vascular tumors classification because benign hemangiomas sometimes can mimic angiosarcoma, whereas low-grade angiosarcomas can mimic hemangiomas. So, under vascular tumors, we have three categories: benign, intermediate grade, and malignant. Under benign, we have hemangioma and vascular malformations. Intermediate category includes Kaposi sarcoma and hemangioendothelioma. Malignant, angiosarcoma. Let's see the differences between hemangioma and vascular malformation, which are the benign vascular tumors. Hemangioma is a benign vascular tumor characterized by endothelial proliferation and gradual involution. Vascular malformation is a structural anomaly of blood vessel without any endothelial proliferation. Hemangioma is commonly seen in females. There is no gender predilection in vascular malformations. Hemangiomas usually present after birth, whereas vascular malformations present at birth. Hemangiomas usually do not resemble vessels of origin, but vascular malformations do resemble vessels of origin like venous malformation, arterial malformation, etc. Growth pattern of hemangiomas, it is rapid after postnatal growth, whereas vascular malformations are proportionate with the age. Involution occurs gradually in hemangiomas, whereas vascular malformations, they do not involute. Skeletal changes like distortion and hypertrophy are common with vascular malformations. This table shows differences between atypical vascular lesions and angiosarcoma. Both occur after radiation to breast very commonly. So let's see the differences. Atypical vascular lesion is well circumscribed lesion. Angiosarcoma is infiltrative. Multilayering of endothelial cells is seen in angiosarcoma. It is absent in atypical vascular lesion. Extension into subcutis is seen in angiosarcoma, whereas atypical vascular lesion remains up to dermis. Destruction of adnexa is common with angiosarcoma. Atypia, mitosis, hemorrhage are the features of angiosarcoma. C-MYC nuclear staining is seen in angiosarcoma. This photomicrograph is taken from a case of angiosarcoma. You can see that there is solid growth pattern is seen with lakes of blood. And you can see that it has infiltrated into subcutis. You can see fat spaces. Higher magnification of the same, you can see markedly atypical cells with prominent nucleoli and increased mitosis. So this is a case of angiosarcoma which infiltrates into subcutis and destroys the adnexa. This is a case of atypical vascular lesion. You can see that the growth is seen in the epidermis and dermis. You can see the sheets of tumor cells. Higher magnification of the same, tumor cells are showing abundant pale eosinophilic cytoplasm with folded spindly nuclei and occasional nuclear grooves. Kaposi sarcoma is a locally aggressive vascular neoplasm. HHV8 immunostaining will differentiate Kaposi sarcoma from other vascular tumors. There are 4 clinical variants: sporadic, endemic, iatrogenic and Kaposi sarcoma in immunosuppressed individuals. This is very bad, which carries worse prognosis. Clinically, the patient may present with patches, plaques or tumor-like nodules. This is a case of Kaposi sarcoma which presented with tumor-like nodule. You can appreciate sieve-like pattern with intersecting spindly cells. Next, we'll see histopathology of hemangioendothelioma. The tumor cells are arranged in nests, cards and also singly in a myxohyaline stroma. Next, coming to pyogenic granuloma, which is otherwise called lobular capillary hemangioma. If it presents in pregnancy, it is called Epulis gravidarum, which may also occur after insect bite or in a burns patient after some kind of burns and even after thorn prick. The common sites include gingiva, face, fingers, lips and tongue. It usually presents as polypoid or pedunculated reddish brown mass which is composed of lobular arrangement of capillaries with granulation tissue in a loose edematous stroma. You can appreciate here loose edematous stroma and capillaries. The next differential is Kaposiform hemangioendothelioma. It's a locally aggressive vascular tumor which is usually associated with Kasabach-Maritz syndrome, which is also called hemangioma thrombocytopenia syndrome. It usually presents in infancy. It presents as nodules, short fascicles and sheets of spindle cells with slit-like lumina. This photomicrograph from Kaposiform hemangioendothelioma, you can see the compact arrangement of spindle cells with some slit-like lumina here and there. I think you can appreciate. This is a higher magnification of the same. You can see the spindly cells with vascular lumina. Tufted angioma is a rare, benign, acquired vascular tumor. Tufts of capillary sized vessels will be seen in the dermis without any inflammation. You can see here multiple irregularly distributed vascular tufts and lobules within the dermis and it may extend into subcutis. The pattern is called cannonball pattern. The lobules are composed of endothelial cells with small round to oval nuclei surrounded by pericytes. You can see these are the pericytes. Each lobule has pericytes at the periphery. If you can appreciate, if you can observe keenly, you can see this. You can trace along this line. These are the pericytes. The other differential is congenital hemangioma. There are several types of congenital hemangioma. Today we will talk about 2 types. Rapid involuting congenital hemangioma, non-involuting congenital hemangioma. So rich present at birth with rapid regression, niche present at birth and grows proportionately with the age of the child. It presents as red violaceous color lesion, whereas niche presents as light grey colored lesion. It composed of small lobules of endothelial cells, whereas niche composed of large lobules of endothelium with central dominant stellate vessel. In the case of non-involuting congenital hemangioma, there are lobules of vessels within the dermis with increased number of dilated vessels with thin walls. Occasional ectatic muscular walls also can be seen. This is the low power view, this is the high power view of the same. You can see irregularly dilated vessels with thin walls, thin lining. The next differential is infantile hemangiopericytoma. It's a rare soft tissue tumor which arises from pericytes. It is commonly seen in head and neck region. Next, the other differential is venous malformation. It is nothing but abnormal collections of veins. It may be seen superficially or deep within the tissue. It may be diffuse or localized, solitary or multiple. Venous malformations are blue in color, soft in consistency and compressible. They are slow filling lesions. You can see here large malformed vessels with muscularized walls, and they will be lined by flat endothelial cells, and there will be no atypia. You can hardly appreciate the flat lining. So these are large malformed vessels with muscularized walls lined by flat endothelial cells without any atypia. Next, the last differential is lymphatic malformation. You can see the large spaces filled with viscous clear fluid impinging the epidermis. Thank you.